or they try to.
Welcome back. We're here with Dave Luber and Brittainy Taylor of Mansion Minds. As we kind of wrap up our segments here, we talked off air about a lot of lessons, a lot of learning lessons through the business. Let's go through what are some of the key learnings that you've had over the last 3.5 years of building your brand and your business?
I would say definitely pay attention in class and to what your teachers are saying. There's a lot of macro, microeconomics that you need to pay attention to. Supply and demand is everything in the world. If you have a demand, your product's a demand, you'll do well. Which means, you need to. If I had to start over, I would think of a residual income model from the beginning, instead of just knocking on doors. It already looks salesy. Building a service or a program that becomes a demand and it has a residual dollar attached to it. I would say that's one lesson. Two is the infrastructure of a business is just as important as the product. The legal and the accounting. If you don't start your company right, it's going to be really hard to finish right.
Sometimes the unwind the bad thing or the things you didn't do necessarily right.
So I think a lot of entrepreneurs today aren't getting funding because, number one, they overvalue themselves. They sell themselves off of how many impressions they get on the web. But how does that translate to
money?
Yeah, how does it translate to money? So if you overvalue yourself, you're going to have a tough time. Instead of showing how you can your demand or how you can benefit someone that's paying you. That's the whole world. You never go home and say, look at this car they just sold me. You say, look at this car I bought. Mm-hmm. So I really don't believe too much in the sales end of things. But if you have a product that's a demand, you'll do well. And I think that when strategizing your use of funds, they're not entirely accurate because you didn't sit down with an accountant. A lot of entrepreneurs come to us as well and say, hey, can you fund or help fund our business, or can we give you a part of the business and make it an arm of yours? And
almost like trying to use you as almost like a VC type of deal.
Yeah, like a VC or a vehicle to say we have zero, no money coming in, but with
people don't understand is you usually have to give 51%, meaning control to get someone else's money.
I'm just like, we're not the Shark Tank here.
Most people don't just give you money and go, hey, I hope this is enough to make it work out. It doesn't usually work out.
Absolutely not. And I think entrepreneurs have the right creative, they think a lot different than what they're pitching. The person that's giving you money is going to want to know exactly where every single penny is going. If they're a smart business person, then that's why they have their money. So the use of funds and the projections are usually way off. Yeah, absolutely. I would say spend the time and to justify everything that you're presenting, and then also don't give it away. Build it yourself as far as you can, make it a demand, and you'll be successful.
Brittainy, how about from your end?
Mine would be to delegate. I think, there's a ton of people in the office, and especially when it's a young business, new people come in every day into the office. The office is building. What is it, a 4,400 square foot office that we just got after working out of a kitchen, and now we're bringing in more people, and instead of 2, there's 8, then 8, there's 12. And you have to trust those people. You brought them in for a reason.
How many people you got from an operations standpoint?
We have 12 full-time, and then we have a bunch of interns, a lot of fans that just pop in, knock on the door.
They're Dave groupies. Let's be honest. They're Dave groupies.
But I mean, you totally have to see through that too, on who really is hungry and wants to and believes in your company, and then who wants to just take a picture and say I was here. Yeah. So I think once those people do come in, it's hard. Especially Dave and I have been with the company so long together, and to be able to kind of handhold and then let go and let those people, help you grow, it's a little hard.
I think it's a tough thing.
You don't. Yeah. You're like, I did it this way for so long.
Saying in this segment is, listen, I work for Dave. Dave's a control freak, and so I sit in the car and try to pry crap away from him.
Yeah.
As we go from one city.
It's true. It's true. I had a tough time. First of all, when we were working out of I was working out of a kitchen in 2007. A basement, then up to the kitchen, so I moved up.
Oh, there you go.
But my father caught me one night looking, going through all the images to build the College Mansion 52 deck, and I was stressed out. And he said, "Son, you could be looking at furniture right now." So I was like, it's not a bad gig. So let's keep running with this. But now we're I like to say we're starting to become a business, not just a fun idea or a concept. We're starting to understand, how this thing is becoming residual. Yeah, the economics of it.
Neat.
Sounds
Awesome.
good.
Appreciate the lessons.
Yeah,
and
thanks for having us.
For everybody watching this, make sure you watch all the segments. I think it's a wonderful story about how two college guys kind of were at bars and kind of looked at. Well, we were joking about $8 shots. Was that on the air or off the air?
Probably
watered down $8 shots and said, well, if I'm willing to buy a crappy shot, knowing it's a crappy shot, then there's probably some money to be made in branding and having the right, as you said, the brand ambassadors out there with your product and doing it. And what's neat about it is to see, Fortune 500 companies see the value of what you've built and start approaching you and saying, okay, you're pretty good at this branding thing. Well, here you go. Here's our baby. Go brand it. Mm-hmm. And it's a neat success story, really.
It's definitely fun. It's definitely we haven't felt like we've worked. You can ask anyone in the office. We're there till the wee hours in the morning sometimes. And Anheuser-Busch makes sure the truck drives by our offices and drops off little refrigerators and it drops off
make sure these guys
TVs,
are working.
and cases of beer. We have a movie night tomorrow. 25 girls coming to the office in little black dresses for the Hangover release party.
And
limo comes.
I'm sorry. What was the dress?
A little bit of team building.
You know what comes with that? You know what comes with that? My phone goes off. Friends from high school that I didn't know. Yo, Dave.
Yo, Dave. You remember?
What I've seen? Wow, just love to just catch up.
Yeah.
At your office tomorrow night at 8 p.m.
Yeah. It's like, yo, Dave, who is Ashley? And I'm like, who's this girl on the website from whatever city?
Yeah.
Hey, Dave, I'm in whatever now. I'm in Florida now. I get everything. You name it. So I make more friends now, yeah.
Neat story. We wish you continued success. Awesome stuff. Check out mansionminds.com. Check out their latest, and right on their homepage, it'll sprout up their latest campaign for Anheuser-Busch, which is the Bud Light Fantasy. Hopefully we have a football season.
Yes.
I don't want to have any Ray Lewis realities. Brittainy, thank you so much for giving us insight on I'm doing good. Awesome stuff. Dave, Brittainy, thank you so much. Check out the rest of the segments.